Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome on my stream. Did all the windows load in? I hope so. Hello, Ada. Hi, Blended. Where's my chat window? Oh. I turned off my chat window. Sorry, I keep having those minor technical difficulties. Let's check it. Not pop. I'm waiting. Okay, messages are showing. Okay, that's great. I'm a bit quiet. Let me check it. This is pretty loud. Oh, it was really quiet in my program. Is it okay right now? The Lord Porkin is sleeping nearby. Well, I finally managed to put him to sleep without a struggle. Because the last week was really difficult with all those teeth coming in and the high fever and the mild infection he's been having. So yeah, it was really difficult for us. But luckily we got over it, so I can stream. Really calming, actually. Yeah. I think I will be doing those night streams in a really soft and quiet voice. I'm also like literally. Oh, sorry. I moved my microphone stand. I'm literally whispering into my microphone, and so you also have some unexpected ASMR action from me. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy to see everybody here on my stream. Luckily my game source didn't die. Let's change the window. Yay, it's working perfectly. So. They say that 3 times the charm, right? So this is my 3rd time streaming this game, and luckily we are going to conclude the gameplay tonight. So this is an Otome game in which our heroine, it's royal dating time. So this is an Otome game in which our main character is a cook who ends up dating guys who turned into toys, but they are guys once again. And we have 3 potential love interests. There's Dion, there's So, and there's Royal. There are also like two girls, but they are not that interesting. And in our first walkthrough, we got to the point in a game in which our heroine gets confronted by the witch that turned the people who lived in the manor where the whole action is set into toys, and she said that the charm wasn't lifted from gold from the sister, because there's somebody with a corrupted heart in the manor who doesn't want it to be lifted. So our mission for tonight is to lift the curse, help the wounded heart heal, and hopefully date Royal, because he's a tsundere and a daddy. Hi Daika, hi. Hopefully tonight we will seal the deal with Royal. Okay, let's load our save. Load. Oh yeah, like honestly, I'm wondering, guys. Hey, is there anybody left? I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, but my old man was doing the dishes, and the noise of water and the dishes clinking, it woke up the baby, so we had to put him back to bed. And he closed his eyes, and my old man stayed with him in bed, so hopefully I can resolve this stream and go back to playing this game. I'm really sorry guys. I'm still trying to figure out how to stream and have a family basically. I was watching that movie with Meryl Streep the other day. the one in which she was a rock star and a really bad mom to her kids, and the guy who played her husband told her that you are allowed to have only one dream. You can either have a family or you can pursue a career. And it may sound silly, but I've been thinking about it. Like the more situations like this happen where I have to suspend the stream for 10 minutes or conclude it right away, the more I think that maybe I should retire, because I don't feel like I can provide you guys the level of entertainment that you guys all deserve. But it can't be just my insecurities talking. I'm really thankful that you guys. Seems the Hero 3 class extends to all the streams as well. Yeah. I mean, if it's not technical difficulties or me dying right away, something goes wrong in my household. I really I really want to debut my new model with my natural voice, and I feel like I have a shot at making a career as a VTuber with my new model and my own voice, but if I continue to stream like this, it won't happen. So what I'm trying to say is I will do my best to avoid mishaps like this one. Yeah, we have a pretty crazy schedule. That's why my old man was doing the dishes at 11 p.m. at night. Yeah. Okay, so I think we can continue playing the game. I'm used to getting interrupted every day, don't fret over it. Yeah, sometimes it's really hard, to get that wind in your sail again after you've been interrupted. Well, the only advantage of streaming in hard mode is that I can practice speaking in this really soft and whispery voice. So hopefully I can do like ASMR in the future. Maybe if I buy a better microphone. Anyway, I'm really rambling and I'm going off topic, and there's Royal to date. Am I right? Thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for liking. It means the world that you guys have stayed with me. Oh, and the game source didn't die. Okay, that's great. Oh, I need to. Oh, I need to... I'm not tracking. Okay, I'm tracking again. Okay, I need to sit with my back straight because I'm being really crooked. Okay, now it's time for the sip of water. Okay. It's been a week since we've played this game, and I'm just wondering if I should just skip the other guys. Hi, Alina. Hi. I'm streaming really quietly because literally in the beginning of my stream, my baby woke up, and I had to take like 10 minutes of a break. Yeah. How. Yeah, Alina, I really hope I can be on a professional level someday, but it's not that day. Oh my god, Dion, I don't want to date you. I'm a failure as an older brother. Yes, you are. You're also uninteresting as a love interest. I called Soul a puppet at the time, but in reality I am just as much a pawn in my father's game as Soul is. So, your behavior was just an act. Oh my god. I mean, maybe there are some girls who like... who like this type of guy that acts all tough, but is really soft on the inside. Like a Polish street. Ptasie mleczko, hard on the outside and soft on the inside. Maybe with a bit of crunch after you bite into it. It's not too late, Dion. Break tradition, ask to resume as air. I like krówka better. Well, it really depends on the krówka, because sometimes they are really chewy on the inside, and sometimes they are really crunchy. And like I like the chewy ones better. So maybe which one? Which one is less likely to make me romance him? Chewy ones, dry ones, I love them all. Oh, you're such a sweet guy, Blended. Okay, let's go with the break tradition. Yeah, make Soul suffer. Dion sat back up and looked at me with uncertainty. Disrespect the patriarch. Yeah, it's not like the father is going to go back to the world of living or something. I don't think he trusts me anymore. Yes, that was a great choice. Now, go away, dude. I don't want to see you ever again. It was obvious neither of them wanted to be trapped as the heir. Well, maybe if the society wasn't so obsessed about the patriarchy, the daughter, Gold, could be the heir, and the guys could just like make dresses and stuff and whatever they want to do. But the longer I stared at the photographs of Soul and Dion smiling and embracing each other, when they had not only been good friends but also close brothers, the answer was suddenly clear. Of course, it's no longer about who is the heir. I can't just free them from the strings binding them in the present. I need to repair the bond they used to have before it was broken by family politics. No. Okay. Shifting the pictures delicately with my fingers, I found another one with Soul, Dion, and Gold, all smiling and posing together. Gold was caught in a sandwich tag by her brothers. Oh, pity they are blood related, am I right? Dion so had a dream the other day. In his sleep, he asked what he did to make you hate him. Oh my god, so he was there, so he didn't leave the room? This part of the plot is so uninteresting. Give me the butler. No wonder Saul is in love with you. My body froze up, my vision going blurry before he shot up to my face. I felt like I caught Saul's fever. What are you saying? Yeah, Baka, what are you saying? He's not in love with me. I refuse to participate in this plot. Dion just laughed harder. He smiled brighter than I'd seen it before. You'll understand soon enough. I knew he needed some time alone to think, so I held back on asking him to explain what he meant. Okay, let's make dinner. Back to the kitchen. Sometime later, I was alone in the kitchen slicing carrots in haze. My hands moved automatically, which was good, because I was still hung up on what Dion said before. I can see why Saul is in love with you. Honestly, I have no idea why would Saul be in love with her. Just thinking about it left my cheeks feverish. Oh my god, this game overuses the word cheeks. I feel like I should just go over the VODs and edit edit out the clip with the word cheeks in it. Yeah, enough with the cheeks already, I know, right? A sigh took the strength out of my shoulders. I took a moment to realize that the rejection hurt, even though I was the one who insisted upon it. I'd been so worried about trouble between Saul and Dion that I'd forgotten how quickly my heart would beat whenever I think of Saul. No, girl, snap out of it, stop it. Where is the butler? Oh my god, is it even possible to romance Royal at this point? Another request. Saul turned his head towards me, his cheeks pink, as if his fever had returned. Oh my god, I feel like we should... Hey, she don't wanna see me speedrun this game? Yeah, I feel like we should just skip the first 3 hours of this game, like the entire first stream, 3.5 hours skipped. This part is also disposable. Like, honestly, we... Be right back. Okay, Blender, take your time. Saul sighed and turned a faint smile towards the door. What is it, brother? Did you need something? It took a few deep breaths before Dion found the courage I knew he had buried in him. I have something to tell you, Saul. Something I've been meaning to tell you for a long time. Is he going to come out as gay? That would be a nice surprise, actually. Whose bedroom is that? So this was all a scheme our father pulled together. Saul sat on the edge of Dion's bed, holding his forehead with his hand. He'd always believed Lord Lockhart underestimated Dion's abilities, but he never imagined Dion was being used too. I almost feel sorry for them. Almost. But they take up my precious time with the precious, beautiful butler, so yeah. It's really, really, really hard to be empathetic. Saul felt pained with guilt after hearing the whole story, especially after what he said to Dion a couple weeks earlier. Dion glanced at Saul, then reached up to ruffle Saul's blonde hair into a mess. Hey, I knew it. Come on, Saul, let's move out of the past and into the future. Saul nodded, pushing Dion's arms away before the two of them fell into brotherly, no homo, laughter. Oh, that was a laughter? I thought the cheeks would be involved too. Brother, can we go? He called. Dion stood up, looking down at his picture again. Yeah, I think we both have something important to tell her. What have I missed? The uninteresting brother duo made up. Apparently, nothing interesting happened really. I thought that Dion was going to come out as gay, but unfortunately, they simply made up. Suddenly, a small light began to glow beneath my shirt, something I noticed in the reflection of the pot. Aura. What a smart use of the kitchen utensils in the plot. I second that. I looked around the kitchen while trying to pull my locket out from under my shirt. Aura. I finally got it free, the light getting stronger. Wincing, I held the locket in my palm, and when I finally saw through the brightness, I inhaled sharply. The rust is clearing. So it's not just a single person. We're going to have to walk all over this manor and fix every relationship like the discount couple therapists. Okay. Following Gold's voice gently calling my name, I ran through the mansion until I ended up at her room. Panting, I nudged the door open and stepped inside. Lady Aura. I need a drink. Lady Aura. Aura, what's that light? I could still hear Gold calling my name, so instead of answering, I walked over to her. Hands trembling, I took a deep breath and carefully slipped the necklace my mom gave me years ago back into the girl who had given it to her. When the locket fell near her heart, it snapped open, revealing a picture of Gold as a little girl. My heart! The light bloomed brightest then, and all three of us shielding our eyes. Oh my god! So, what? So that point of the plot is over, and I didn't even get to talk to Royal yet. What is it? What is this supposed to be? A bunch of freaking bullshit. Yeah. Oh, like, what? That's it? Well, the author said it's over 60,000 words, and also there is a way to romance Royal in this game, so I'm like, shaken. I glanced backwards at Sol and Dion, both stared at Gold, dumbfounded with tears glazing their eyes. It was like the chains holding the brothers back had finally broke apart as they rushed forward and swept Gold into the same hug they shared as children. Yeah, honestly, I have flashbacks from my early years when I was in middle school, reading a lot of fanfiction. The stories were usually just as naive and linear. I expected them to save it for the last chapter, not the third hour of the game. I know, right? I thought that she was going to be saved, like in a climax of the whole event. I mean, I think it would make more sense if If we went like from person to person and mended everybody's heart, and then in the end the rust would clean and it would wake her up. Maybe there is a plot twist for us cooking up somewhere. Who knows? As it turned out, a few kids were playing in the forest and were surprised to see the Locket's mansion appear out of nowhere. What? Are there going to be new people in the plot? What? So there is a time skip now? What? It took a lot of his energy to divert the endless curiosity, especially as he needed to keep social channels open and maintained. What? Day after day this continued, and the longer I spent away from Seoul, the more my insecurity built. Despite all the time I spent here, I won't change the fact that I didn't belong here. I was just a traveler who got caught up in the curse, a girl on her way to be a chef in a small restaurant one town over. Yeah, I'm like confused at it because it's taken an unexpected turn, really. The longer I spent in my room witnessing the flow of people, the stronger I felt about leaving. Well, maybe we can bump into Royal on our way to the bathroom and we can elope with him. That would be nice. After a week almost passed, I've decided that I should leave. It wasn't hard to gather everything together since I didn't have many personal belongings with me. I doubted I'd find my lost luggage, but that was okay. I'd just buy new clothes and necessities after I found a job. I held on to the hope that my restaurant job would still accept my help, even though I had disappeared for a while. With a heavy heart, I crept into the lobby. I didn't tell anyone I was leaving because I knew my emotions would overflow if I did. Goodbye, everyone. I hope life gets better for you now. I am still trying to process this course of events. Gold, where are you going? Oh my god, Gold has just woken up and she's already had more screen time than Royal. What is this? I turned to see Gold dashing up, her hair flowing behind her in golden waves. Oh Gold, I was going back to my old life since the curse is broken and all. My voice drifted into silence, my resolve already weakening. I didn't want to leave. I loved it here, but I knew as a commoner that this world was beyond me. Yeah, that's why you should marry the butler. Duh. Reaching over, Gold clasped. Let's start over. Reaching over, Gold clasped my hand in both of hers. Her blue eyes shone clearly in the faint sunlight. Oh, maybe we can date Gold. That wouldn't be so bad either. What about your feelings for my brother? I thought that you, well... With her eyes spinning me on the spot, I looked down, cheeks flushed red. I spend a lot of time near your heart, Aura. Yuri Road is fine too. Yeah, we are never mad at the unexpected Yuri. I know you love Soul. I don't love him. He's annoying. The maid can keep him. Maybe I can stop you from leaving, but please don't leave without telling my brother how you feel. Okay, so I can just like go and dump him, and then I can leave and go home. That would be awful. Will you take the dress that Soul made for you? as a memory of the time you spent here. It's done. When did Soul have time to? One more cheeks mention and I swear she will have 2 pairs of her cheeks red. Yeah, honestly. This would be a great drinking game. We take a shot every time somebody mentions cheeks. I don't think we would make it through the first chapter before passing out, though. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not that good with holding my alcohol, so I would also die. Guys, I saw something move, so I will just go and check. What was that? Okay? Okay, I'm back. That was just me being paranoid. Oh, sorry, that's my chair creaking. That was just me being paranoid every time I read a lot of ghost stories. Oh, hi, Drake, the Drake, hi. The author posted a guide for it on that forum where the game was posted, but unfortunately the link was dead. So I'm not sure if we can, if there is another one. This is a small indie Otome game after all. Also, hi and welcome on my stream. Hi, I'm so happy to have you here. God wouldn't let go of my hand until we reached Soul's workroom, perhaps thinking I would bug out if she didn't. Once there, she urged me towards the door and slipped away down the hall. I suspect she stayed just around the corner though. Yeah, I bet she's listening in. Taking a deep breath to steady myself, I knocked on the door. Knock. The door swept open, revealing Soul. His eyes widened when he saw me. I think we blushed at the same time. It was hard to tell because I looked down. Lady Aura, you came. Hi Cherry, hi, hello, welcome on my stream. It's okay even if you lag for a few minutes. I am really happy to have you. It means a lot. It means a lot that you are spending even the shortest amount of time with me. Smudgies. Yeah. I bit my lip, feeling guilty. I'm sorry, Soul. I nodded, stepping inside after him. I looked around the room, seeing paper scattered over Soul's desk and a white sheet over a mannequin in the corner. How are you doing, Soul? I know you've been busy. I'm alright, nothing I cannot handle. I heard you wanted to stay at the family? He nodded, giving a wistful glance at his desk. Yes, I know, I said I didn't want to be the heir anymore. I'm sorry, Soul, I have alcohol addiction. Yeah, every time Soul mentioned his cheeks, I took a shot and now I'm crazy addicted. I was about to say his name, but he shook his head and smiled. It's fine, Lady Aura. Dean says he'll help me if I need it. Yikes, I'm a bartender. Oh, I always wondered what it's like to be a bartender. I mean, are you really chatty at work? Do you have to like chat up the customers and socialize with them? I think that's good because bartenders rely on tips, right? honestly, don't know. I always worked jobs where I was in a position of power over the person that would came up to me, like an office job at the hospital or something. Hi Arthur, hi. Please don't dox us and switch your account. Thank you. Yeah, dogs, I just want to reject you. I blushed when he kissed my fingers. He should have kissed your cheeks. Also, I believe that I believe there were cheeks mentioned in the previous panel, but I skipped it. Soul's eyes were focused on me, something I liked but was embarrassed about at the same time. So Arthur, the game I'm playing is an Otome game. It's a visual novel in which you date people. And this plot is really weird. I don't want him to hold me, oh my god. Why is this game romancing him on its own? I don't even like him. What? No! What? No, she said she loved him, what the? What? I'm like a few centimeters away from rage quitting this game. Well, maybe I can tell him that I meant that I loved him as a friend or as a brother. Like this is such a bullshit because the game wouldn't even let me choose to say I love you back. Can you guys hear how shaken I am? This is There was a hint of blush across his cheeks. So until that day, please stay by my side, princess. Blech. I'm not... So she's not going anywhere. Cool. So that was the normal ending. Oh my god. Are you serious? Are you serious now? Are you serious right now? Where did I go wrong? So guys, what do we do now? Do we go back to this game and try to romance Royal? Because honestly, your voice certainly tells us your true feelings about him. Like, imagine, Cherry, imagine you are a bartender and you hear a couple at the date and the guy proposes and then the girl responds in such a tone. Oh my god. So, what do we do? Do we go back to the game, try to pinpoint the moment in which we can romance Royal? Because honestly, all the events in this walkthrough kinda happened on their own. Yeah, play again for revenge. Okay, let's go. New game. Tab is a skip. So maybe we should stay outside. Maybe Royal will chase us down with a broom if we stay outside. So let's. What do you guys think? Because on the previous walkthrough we went we went inside right away. So let's. She's so fast. Yeah, you can fast forward those guys. Okay, so we are staying outside of the manor. We are not going in. Are we going to sleep on the front porch? I think it's very amusing figuring out how to lose. Well, I played this. I played this game a week ago, but yeah, even got the good. So, do we sleep or do we stay awake? Do we sleep or do we stay awake? Maybe if we sleep, our royal prince will wake us up with a kiss. Or maybe if we if we stay awake, he will come and see us. I don't know. Let's try sleeping. Okay, so she takes a nap. Oh. Yeah, so the mother talks about the locket. Oh, Mom, please don't leave me. Oh my god, that is so... No, not so... Oh. That's... Skip. Oh my god, so I don't want to talk to you. Oh my god, it's Royal. It's Royal. Guys. Look, it's him. It's the daddy. Oh yes. Okay, Sol, you can go back inside now. 2 teddy bears? Those bears were living in a mansion. Yeah, he's here. What's a human doing here? I'm not sure myself. I found her sleeping out here. Suspicious. He glared at me. I didn't know cute teddy bears were even capable of that expression. I took a step back. Oh yeah, he is so intimidating. Okay, Dion, go back to your cave. Skip. Yeah. I unplugged my microphone because I am using my the tripod from my camera, and I duct taped the microphone to it because I figured that I wouldn't buy another tripod for the microphone if I have one from my camera, right? And the only disadvantage of this solution is that the microphone is pretty heavy. I mean, it's not as balanced as a camera is, so it sometimes falls over and unplugs. Maybe one day I will clean up my setup around the computer, but it's not yet. Okay, skip. No. Let's skip whatever Soul has to say. Skip. Okay, so let's have Lily romance Soul. Okay, let me skip. Oh my god, we can talk with Royal. Oh my god. I think that I chatted with Royal on my first walkthrough as well. Yeah. I remember that we chatted with him the first time around as well. I am speed. Yeah, so it's Lily talking about her love for Soul. So yeah, we can skip that part. Skip. Don't think I didn't hear about you embracing my poor prince on the porch, squeezing him so tightly he was gasping for air. Oh, maybe this time around Lily won't be such a doormat. I would love that, because on the first walkthrough, it was so annoying that she was like, oh, you know that I love him and he is my everything, but if you guys get together, I will be fine with it. Yeah, that's new. Lily's shoulder went up. I quickly continued before she did attack. But it's because I think all plush toys are cute. My prince is not a toy. Oh my god, I do like this Lily much better. In the main ending, she was honestly unbearable. Even without her human body, her feelings towards Mama Bear were probably the same as when they were human. Yeah, and they can marry and have many kids. Honestly, I don't care. You like him, right? Aura X Lily Wen. Yeah, honestly, Aura X anybody else but Soul. Yeah, so Lily likes him, so maybe in this plotline they will they will romance themselves. Luckily. Okay. Skip. Okay, so let's go with something sexy. Oh my god, the two brothers plot is so much better after you skip it all. And like I remember, like on the first walkthrough being frustrated that even after I ignored her, I still had to interact with her. Yeah, so we are peeping on Sol like a bunch of creeps. Yeah. So this time around, I hope that they do get together. Boring. Okay. I remember that at my first walkthrough, I asked him right away what he thinks of Lily, and it's led me nowhere. You think I should save? Okay, I'm gonna save. Oh. So I saved the game so we can go back in here. So on the first walkthrough, we went with the first one with Lily. So let's go with the second one. He boggled at me, jade eyes wide with shock. You were deep in thought because of that? I shrugged, a little embarrassed by how amused he was. Just wondering. He tipped his head away, hands still near his mouth. His blush had receded, but the dusting of pink remained. Actually, I have. Really? I stared at him with deep curiosity. Is it Lily? It was 7 years ago when Father brought me with him to the city for the first time. And I was in awe, seeing so many amazing things, but only one caught my attention. I urged him to continue, excited as I watched the sparkles in his eyes seem to dance all around him. So beautiful. I can almost remember like it was yesterday. He closed his eyes and placed his hand on his breastbone. His smile completed his dreamy state. For the first time, I had this fluttery feeling in my chest. I may not have felt it before, but I'm sure that it was love at first sight. So, what was this person like? Person? Yeah, I bet he fell in love with the fabric or something. So opened his eyes, staring at me as if I'd gone mad. Yeah. Told you so. I was talking about the beautiful dress that was displayed in a tailor shop window. I gasped at him, lips parted in shock. For a moment I thought Saul was the best actor on earth, but his genuine aura told me he was serious. You fell in love with the dress? Saying it slower did not make the idea sound any less strange. Saul didn't seem to notice, his smile unwavering. Indeed. Poor Lily. To think that her true rivals are actually dresses. How can she compete with that? Oh, I really like this plot point because when can we finally go Rose the butler? How about the person? Have you liked the girl before? Cheeks! I see cheeks, I drink, cheers. I know Sol is attractive, but why am I only reacting now? You're not reacting, girl. Snap out of it. He was murmuring something, but I couldn't quite understand it. What did you say? An awkward silence drifted between us. Sol appeared thoughtful about something, and I was suddenly too nervous to ask what. Okay, that was in our first walkthrough as well, he said he didn't know what it's like. So, yeah, maybe you'll be able to cut the ties or I'll cut the strings. Yeah, that's... Okay, now the brothers are quarreling. Now the toy maker is... I should talk with neither of them. Let's talk with Dion. Oh, maybe I should have saved the game. Well... I remember that in my first walkthrough, I think I asked Gold for help, so maybe we should leave. Oh my god, so I left her room and still she came back to ask her. So I told him to break tradition, so now maybe we should ask him to be the heir. or maybe we just closed that door. Blah 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 blah, uninteresting. I'm like speedrunning this game hardcore. Seriously, I got the same ending once again. What is it with this game? Oh my god, I'm going to open the link to this game. Right. I'm opening the link to this game, and I'm taking a look at the walkthrough, but there is no walkthrough. I just want to romance the butler. Oh my god. Oh my, I'm like, maybe, Brandon, you are so smart. We will put that link in the Wayback Machine. Oh my god. Because, like, I think that there is something that we are missing in this game. There's nothing on the Wayback Machine. Okay. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a walkthrough for this game because we were trying to speedrun it, and still we didn't get to romance the butler. So stay awake, because that's a different choice. I'm reading the forum right now. Yeah, maybe you can get some tips. Okay, so we stayed awake. Still, Aura's mother showed up. It's Dion. Okay, I mean, at least it's not Saul, right? So maybe that's a good path. I'm like, all three showed up. Oh, okay. This is looking good. Actually, yeah, Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. Papa Bear glared at me. Yes, please glare at me, Papa Bear. Papa Bear, that's impossible. This has never happened before. The two bears talked in hushed voices, but I could still hear them. What did they mean by that? You poor dear, please come in. But she's not our guest. Okay, so Dion invited me in. Okay. At least it's not Saul. Mama Bear tilted his head, puzzled, and then his face lit up in understanding. Wait, you must mean Miss Maria. Oh, so they are talking about the nanny right away? Okay. Okay, so they are already talking shit about stuff in front of me. I have good feelings about this. The lights are working again. More teddy bears. Let's go! Oh, look. His cheeks are flushed. This is a bad idea. Here's your tea, my lady. Okay, now I'm being interrogated. Okay, now I'm being interrogated by Miss Maria. What should I do? Okay, so maybe we should wait it out. Yep. I'm like, maybe this game is too complicated for me. I mean, there is royal, so maybe this is. A bright red blush crawled onto Papa Bear's cheeks. Okay, I'm taking a sip every time there's a word cheeks. He said I was unappealing. Excuse me, I'm right here, you know. Gentlemen, please, this is no way to treat a lady. Please, my lady, allow me to escort you to your room. The cheeks, so... Yeah, maybe... maybe we should figure out some little game to play every time there's a word cheeks on screen. Skip. Oh no, don't skip. No. Oh, okay. Royal left, so I can skip. What now? Stay or leave? Hmm. Okay, now she's going to talk about her prince. Okay. Now Royal is being a tsundere. That's okay. I remember that from my first walkthrough. Let's continue. I'm like, the okay, so here. So now that Royal left, I have no interest in this part of the plot. Okay, now they are discussing their cheeks, which are flushed red. Now he has a fever. Okay. I mean, I am getting really very frustrated with this game. I'm going to try maybe like 2 more times. And if I failed at it, I will just... ha 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 ha. Maybe if I... Maybe if I figure out a way to make Saul die from the plague, I will be able to romance Royal. Because like I am completely helpless at this game. So. Game capture is here, right? So we are going to add window capture. I really like watching you try to unravel this in the way you want. It's relaxing for me. I'm sorry you have to be frustrated for my entertainment. Yeah, I mean a lot of people enjoy watching me suffer, so it's okay. Okay, so what we are looking at right now is the forum in which the game was published. It's linked down below. So if you want to download it and give it a shot, it's a free game. And what we are going to do now is we will go and read all of the posts in the forum. So our interest is Royal, the butler of the Delocats family, brought into the role at a young age when his acting father died a tragic death. When would I learn that? Beneath the grave exterior of sarcasm and glass is a knightly soul, yet Royal's heart seems untouchable. What scars is this grumpy guy concealing? Oh my god, this font is so difficult to read. 6 endings, and yet I'm trying to unlock them. After more than a year of procrastination, we managed to finish this. I know I haven't been updating much on our progress, but I'm glad you guys are still looking forward to it and give us the motivation to finish. Hmm. 2016. I thought it was older than that, like 2011. Yeah, it does have that retro vibe to it. Maybe it's because it's an RPG Maker game. So yeah, what do you think of the story? I loved it very much. The story was deep and meaningful, even though I realized from the start the locket was related to Gold's heart. Yeah, that's true. It was way too obvious. I liked Royal's route the best, even though I started out being biased towards Soul. Like how did you even unlock it? I think it was because he was such a cute, grumpy, jealous bear that I really couldn't help but tease him. Any constructive criticisms? I think Dion's route was the one that was least fleshed out, and I didn't feel as connected to him. Lily and Miss Maria characters could have been expanded on more, especially in Soul's route where Lily just lets you have her man. Yeah. We were complaining about that exactly. I would have liked more dialogue and expansion on the friendship between Aura and Lily. I'm curious, if this was a commercial game, how much are you willing to pay for it? Maybe like $1. Because like no shade, but there isn't that many illustrations, and like the gameplay is not that. We ain't that. Yeah, $5. They probably, depending on how big of the team the creators had, they probably spent a lot of time working on this. Royal Best End. I finished Royal's Best End. Good for you. I didn't, because I have no idea how to unlock it. I still wonder what the toy maker meant when she said she watched the D-Rocket's family from way before. Also, do we get to ever see her eyes? Or is that in Royal's Best End? Because man, I'm still trying to get that. I think my favorite route was Saul's. He was adorable and such fluffy blushing mess. I felt lots of Doki Doki. How old are you? 12? Dion's kissing scenes? What? There were kissing scenes? Were really hot. Oh my god. I was absolutely annoyed with Royal for the first half of his route. I had to take a 10-minute break from the amount of frustration I felt while he called Aura a useless freelancer, but immediately after she snapped at him, so that made me feel better. I left his route last because I thought he was the hottest, not gonna lie. I probably would have liked Royal a bit more if he wasn't glaring at Aura every time she was on screen, because I was like, dude, please, why you gotta be so rude? We'll definitely release a walkthrough soon. That walkthrough is not working. I think we need to ignore gold because that's what triggers that ending. But yeah. We should definitely try once again. Ignore her. Let's try googling it. Maybe somebody posted it somewhere else. Locked heart game walkthrough. There is a walkthrough. Oh my god. Hype. There is a walkthrough, see? This is it. This is the walkthrough. We are going to romance our man, Royal. We are going to get the man we want. I'm so happy. Oh, sorry, that's my chair creaking. But We are going to date Royal, even if I have to pull an all-nighter. It's not even that that late. It's still before midnight. Read before using the guide. Locked Heart has 6 endings. 3 normal and 3 best for 3 heroes. There are no bad endings, but to reach the better ending for each of the love interests can be quite hard, so I don't recommend you stay away from the choices. You should play all the routes. Royal Sol Dion. Royal LeBlanc. Oh, reveal hidden content. Do we go for the best end or for the normal end? I think we can go for both. Oh, sorry, I'm stretching my back. I think we should go for both. because why not? Honestly, we should just go for both endings. Maybe yeah, both is good. honestly, blended is my man. Okay, so new game. We skip. So go inside. Skip. Yeah, all of these we remember. Now we talk with Royal. Once again. Papa Bear. Cringing, Papa Bear's mouth is crunched into a snarl. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? Yeah. I mean, you know, I've been grinding like crazy in games for years now. So also now we have a guide, right? So we know we will get the outcome that we want. His anger slowly warped into a grim expression. His ears started to twitch. Don't categorize me with those sweet and adorable ones you speak of. It's not like I chose to be a teddy bear, you know? There was a hint of unhappiness that wasn't connected to anger, of exasperation in his profile. My smile faded, and I tried to reword my question. Oh my god, he is so attractive right now. I only meant... Before I could finish, Mama Bear calmly approached us, leaving Miss Maria coolly staring at me. I didn't realize they had finished speaking. Okay, skip. Now we skip. So what do we do now? So, in both cases, we have to leave. So we leave. I stood on the mansion's porch and stared at the forest ahead of me. Is he going to invite me in? Maybe we could share a bed. that would be nice. Taking a deep breath, I turned and looked at the toys gathered at the door. Their expressions were that of sadness. Well, maybe except for Royal's expression, but that's okay. He will grow on us. Though the longer I looked at the glass eyes, the more I believed it was fear. So it was nice meeting you all. No sooner had I finished speaking did Lily let out a sob and disappeared inside. Miss Lily. Bidding me one last worried glance, Mama Bear went after her. Yes. So maybe we can get them to get together too. That would be nice. Which only left Papa Bear and Baby Bear. Okay, so now we get rid of Dion. Why does it suddenly feel like I'm saying my final goodbyes? As if to enforce my concerns, Papa Bear scoffed at me, though it came out more like a growl. Tsk, I can't believe you really want to die so badly. Not that it matters to me. Do whatever you want. He gave me one last glare, then left as well. Okay, so now we skip. I looked at the forest once again. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary that could stop me. Everything was wet from the rain, but it looked the same as it had when I was running through the trees to find shelter. Nothing should happen. But why do I feel nervous and scared? Drawing in a deep breath, I took one step, then another. Resisting the urge to glance back at Papa Bear, I tried to take a third step and continued down the path. My own funeral march sung in my head, playing vividly in my mind. I tried to shake it away, but the fear had already sunk in. What if I really die when I try to leave the mansion grounds? My body froze for a few seconds and then I was stumbling backwards until I was at the door again. I could feel cold sweat lingering on my neck. I changed my mind. You made the right decision to stay, my lady, although I'm a bit intrigued. What changed your mind? The image of a closed casket entering a tomb flashed across my mind again. You don't want to know. Baby Bear shrugged and shook his head at me, though I noticed a little smile on his face too. You are one weird girl. Anyway, let's go back inside before you get yourself into more trouble. Okay. I was about to follow Baby Bear inside when I noticed something on the lawn a few yards from the porch. I squinted hard. The moonlight caught on the gathering of pebbles lined up in a wild arch on the grass. That's odd. Where are they like that? Why are they like that, sorry? I turned towards the forest again. Beside me, Baby Bear gave a sigh. What's wrong? Check the pebbles, check the pebbles. Okay, guide, you say to check the pebbles. So we check the pebbles. I carefully made my... Sorry guys, I'm so excited. I carefully made my way over to the pebbles, then warning about the barrier still fresh in my head. The small stones were uniformly placed around the mansion, the line too precise to be a coincidence. I leaned closer, staring at them. Is this Royal? That is him. A weight hit me in the side just as glass wall gleamed in front of my eyes. I tumbled onto the ground and looked over just in time to see Papa Bear stumble backwards and knock his arm against the wall. Light asked at the contact surrounding the small teddy bear. I'm so excited. All at once, the stench of seared wool and burning fabric struck my senses as I watched Papa Bear fall to the ground. Whoa! Whoa, yeah, I'm so excited. Black smoke licked at his arm. Papa Bear! I rushed over to him and saw a small part of his arm was burnt away, revealing the fluffy foam inside, now singed. I gasped. If he were human, that foam would have been flesh and blood. I tried searching for that mysterious wall once again, but it was gone as fast as it had appeared. It seemed to be invisible until it was touched. Before I got lost in my thoughts, I looked down at Papa Bear, reaching out to stroke his head. Papa Bear, are you... Before I could finish my question, Papa Bear reared up and chomped down hard on my forearm. Oh, idiot! Groaning, Papa Bear stumbled a little as he got to his feet, but soon stood firm, those harsh eyes glaring at me. He pressed his injured arm against his side, and I couldn't help shivering a little at the sight of it. You would have been burnt meat if I hadn't pushed you. What? Having I reached out and squeezed his cheeks. I'm sorry, but I imagined her placing the bear over her lap and then squishing his butt cheeks. Oh my god, I'm sorry. The felt turned red. I didn't ask you to do that. Swatting on my hands with his uninjured arm, Papa Bear gave me an indignant look as if I were the source of his irritation. This is the thanks I get for saving your life. That was not the response I expected. I stared at Papa Bear and the faint smoke still drifting from his arm. Before I could fret, Baby Bear approached with a jovial laugh. Jovial laugh? In Polish we say jovialny, but then again, when there's J, we spell it differently. Sorry, I'm going off topic. I should focus on our knight in shining armor. The color drained from Papa Bear's face, almost blanching the fabric this time. All of his intentions and adrenaline faded and realization kicked in. What? Royal's tsundere act is so refreshing after the pretty boy drama. Yeah, I know, right? Maybe that's why they recommend you play the Royal's route first, because it's not as sweet and nauseous. I bit my lip, fighting off a wave of guilt. The shock in Papa Bear's expression told me he really thought I was in danger. I gestured towards the pebbles. I wasn't planning on leaving anymore. I just wanted to see why the pebbles were lined up like this. Papa Bear fell to his knees, staring at me with a doomed expression on his teddy bear face. More pangs of guilt struck my chest. I finished my explanation in a lowered voice. And now I know why. The sound of small feet on grass rustled. I looked over my shoulder and saw Mama Bear and Lily dashing toward us, both wearing expressions of concern. What happened here? Royal, your arm! Gasping, Lily pressed her hands over her mouth before looking down at the grass. Papa Bear huffed and glared sulkily in the opposite direction. This is nothing. Wearing a broad grin, Baby Bear joined the group, lifting his paw and patting me on the arm. He was playing the honorable knight, saving a damsel in distress. Papa Bear gave a frustrated exhale and got to his feet. Shut up! I'm going back inside. He hid his face from me, but I was sure his cheeks. I'm taking a sip. Were flushed. I'm not tracking. Oh my god, I wasn't tracking. Okay. There is no royal, so we can skip. A flash of red crossed his muzzle as he began to struggle in my arms. Put me down, you idiot! Ow! I lifted Royal up! I'm so sorry I didn't bring the heavy stuff from them cheeks. Yeah, honestly sounds like a great idea for a party. I held on to him but tried to be gentle so I didn't accidentally hurt him. He didn't seem to feel pain as a human did, but I didn't know that for sure. Yeah, I wonder if Royal's beautiful human body will be scarred from this act of chivalry. Chivalry is the word. Sorry guys, I'm starting to slur my words. But that's because I'm so excited. Let me do it instead, the sewing, I mean. From the ground, Mama Bear gave me a perplexed look, complete with a tilted head. Are you sure, my lady? It's not trouble for me to... Yes, I'm sure it's the least I can do. Papa Bear ceased his struggling, though the look he gave me was not one of gratitude. Do you even know how to sew, girl? I hesitated. I'd done a bit of stitching back then from time to time. It wasn't that hard as I remembered. You don't think I can? Don't answer a question with a question. Though Papa Bear's attitude stayed firm, I noticed a flicker of uncertainty in his eyes. Baby Bear chuckled, a playful smirk curving his mouth. Hey, at least she's nice enough to offer you her help. As if to avoid more discussion and pestering, Papa Bear slumped in my arms with a heavy sigh. Fine, just make sure that you fix me up properly. Get it? Of course. Ow! Look how cute! I winced as the needle poked my finger for the umpteenth time. Thankfully, I hadn't spilled any blood on Papa Bear's arm, which would have caused him more reason to complain. I paused, noticing the irony of the situation. Here I was, worrying more about ruining Papa Bear's appearance than spilling my own blood. Speaking of sewing, we can do more than just stitch up the wounds. Well, not yet, because technically those teddy bears are gender neutral. Sewing wasn't as easy as I thought it was. Papa Bear heaved a sigh at me again. I knew it. You have no idea what you're doing. Of course I do. Ow! Another sigh fell from his lips, but he said nothing more. I tried to be more careful, or at least not to cry out when I pricked my fingers. Eventually, I finished the task and gave Papa Bear a smile. There you go, good as new. Shifting over to a mirror on the wall, Papa Bear turned to inspect his arm. With every second that passed, the gloomier his expression became. After a moment, he held his arm at me and glared. You call this stitching? It almost looks worse than it did when you started. I flinched, insulted by his lacking gratitude. Hey, it's the best I could do. Shaking his head, Papa Bear snorted and began fussing with his arm. I should have let Lord Sol fix me up instead. Though I opened my mouth to retort, another look at his arm closed it. His voice was mean, but he wasn't wrong. I had tried my best, but it was obvious I didn't know what I was doing. I hoped Sol could fix my mistakes. After enough silence had passed, I tried to change the topic. Does it hurt? The burn, I mean. Turning from the mirror, Papa Bear gave me a complicated look. It was unsettling how he seemed overwhelmed by emotion in one instant, then void of emotion in another. We are toys. Pain is irrelevant to us now. My observation earlier had been correct, though I doubt being harmed was pleasant even if he couldn't feel the pain. Papa Bear's tone and choice of words left me uncomfortable, as though there was a lot he wasn't saying out loud. Oh, the edge! I know, no, he is so edgy, oh my god. Well, thank you for saving me, even though it wasn't really necessary. I added that last bit with a whisper of teasing in my voice. Unfortunately, his expression was grim and unsettled. Do you really have to rub it in? I didn't do it for you. Not meaning to upset him, I opened my mouth to apologize, but he shook his head and sighed. I'm just tired of seeing people die in front of me. Ooh. Backstory. Ooh. A strange silence hung in the air following his words. Even though everyone in this mansion thought this wall was dangerous, it was still hard to imagine it to be deadly. Oh, this is good stuff. I know. This is so much better than the plot line about the brothers, honestly. When I thought about it, my chest tightened. I couldn't imagine what it was like for them to live this way. Lost in my thoughts, I almost missed what Royal murmured next. Why do I always have to be the one who's left behind? Oh. When I looked at him again, Royal was standing close to the mirror and had his paw resting upon the glass. Though he was a toy bear, there was genuine sadness bleeding through the fuzzy exterior. Oh, go and pat the emo bear, please. Never had it been clearer to me those toys were once human. Yeah, honestly, Royal has so much more character, and he is so likable. Yeah, my kokoro is filled with warmth. This is good stuff. This is the good stuff. They were hiding the good stuff in the Royal root. Before I could say his name, Royal looked up and glared at me through the mirror. Anyway, when the time comes and you actually decide to die, do it when I'm not around. Oh, so you were weak and vulnerable in front of me, and now you're like, I don't need you, I'm I'm so edgy, I sometimes cut my finger on my own edge. Whatever emotions I might have seen on Royal were immediately buried. Yeah, man, it's not easy, it's not healthy to do that. I wanted to ask him so many questions, but the look in his eyes convinced me to save them for now. And here I thought you were finally being nice to me. If I'm being nice to you, then the world is going to end. Royal be like, I cut my finger on the toilet paper once. Giving me one final scoff, Royal strode from the room. The way he touched his arm as he left suggested he was off the seesaw. Though I hadn't known him for more than a day, I sensed a gentle heart beneath his gruff exterior. Yeah, honestly, I feel so happy reading this. This is the wholesome stuff. This is the good stuff. Yeah, give the good stuff to Mama. Why does he try so hard to distance himself from the others then? Only after I'd been left alone for a while did it dawn on me that I was trapped in this mansion. I glanced about the room I had been given. It was an elegant living space and seemed like a dream compared to what I once had back home. However, a fancy room didn't negate the fact I was now involved in a 7-year curse that I had no idea how to break. If anyone saw me right now, they'd probably think I was a wall fixture. All I seemed capable of doing was staring out the window without the energy or inclination to do anything else. It's all I had done since Royal tried to save me 2 days ago. I knew I needed to make the best of a bad situation, yet the disappointment and sadness kept rooted by the window. I finally had a chance to bring my dreams to life. Perhaps it was a bit dramatic, but I then imagined another funeral, this time for my hopes and dreams. Oh my god. The coffin was fancy and beautiful flowers were scattered everywhere. Girl, your dream was to be a cook in one town over. Chill. The thought started off silly, but my eyes soon stung with tears and I started to sob. Suddenly the door erupted with a series of furious knocks. Will you shut up? How long are you planning to lock yourself in there? Leave me alone. Please don't leave me alone. My command went unheeded as the rapping continued. I thought he'd give up if I ignored him, but when that seemed incorrect, I trudged towards the door. Opening it revealed Royal with a venomous look on his face. Striking the tears from my face, I glared back at him. Can't you just let me drown in despair? I just lost my future 2 days ago. Oh my god, she's being so dramatic right now. And we already lost ours 7 years ago. Yeah, that is so insensitive of you, Aura. His clipped retort froze me in place, guilt flowing over me. Compared to the life that the Locust's mansion had been cursed with, my working in a kitchen in Glendale seemed weightless. You tell her. Glancing at Royal's arm, I remember what had happened 2 nights ago. Saul had managed to salvage the limp, but the results of my post-stitching job lingered like a wound. I felt stupid for being so selfish. I'm sorry. The glare softened from angry to annoyed. Royal nodded and changed the subject. Now, why don't you make yourself useful and help me with the cleaning? There was a broom resting against the wall, which he then took up and handed to me. I accepted and motioned to start this task without another word. We're making our guests clean. You're such a gentleman, Royal. Dion approached us from the far end of the hall, clacking his tongue as he walked. He had a grin on his face. Royal turned his scowl on Dion. She should make herself useful instead of mopping up here. Moping, maybe, because if she was mopping the floor, then Royal would say she was useful. Anyway. Oh, so we have maiden in need then. Would you like to play with me instead, my lady? I'm sure we'll have lots of fun together. Why is Dion such a winkman in this route? I kinda like him in this. Yeah, he was such an annoying little shit in Soul's route. And here... The idea of playing with Dion sounds indecent. Dion wagged his paws in front of him to gesture innocence, but his budging smirk was teasing. Oh my god, Dion. Oh. My, you have such a dirty mind, Royal. Royal replied with a snort as he crossed his arms. If it's you, I can think of all the worst possibilities. Ouch, I'm hurt. Do you really think of me that way? I wonder. I didn't really think the situation was worth a verbal battle. Clutching the broom handle in my hands, I tried to reason with them. Guys, please don't fight. This is normal for us. Shaking his head to end the topic, Dion turned towards the direction he'd come from. Anyway, Just come to me if you want to play with someone, love. Oh my god. Even though he'd insisted to Royal that his meaning was innocent, I couldn't help agreeing with the Grumpy Bear's interpretation. Yeah, we stan Royal on this channel. Sure. Do take good care of our guest, Royal. With a wave, Dion went on his way. Royal watched in a huffy silence until Dion rounded the corner and disappeared, then exhaled a petulant sigh. How bothersome. Come now, Miss Maria won't be happy if she sees us slacking off. Oh, they have a library. We never made it with Sol. Okay, so Royal glared at her. Okay. They lived their lives as toys for 7 years in a curse that seemed impossible to break. I wonder how did Royal clean the dust off the top shelves if he's a teddy bear? Maybe they made like a pyramid, like Royal would stand at the ground, and then Sol would hop on his arms, and then Dion would hop on Sol's arms, and that's how they dusted the top shelves. Or maybe they will make Aura clean them. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, library bookshelves have ladders. Well, they do have ladders when the library is like really big, and you can see that those bookcases don't even reach the ceiling. Yeah, but maybe you are right. Maybe they did have a ladder. It's certainly unfair, but we have no choice but to live with it. It's honestly it's more fun to imagine the teddy bears playing cheerleaders. Do you ever wish you become human? Royal stopped wiping the shelves, but there was a strange stiffness in his little body. Oh my, there was a stiffness in his little body. I could interpret that somewhat differently. Anyway, though he'd spoken like nothing mattered anymore, his hesitation at my question suggested otherwise. My wishes are only for that person. This time there was emotion in his voice. There was a soft and distant sadness to it, yet also a warmth that I hadn't heard him express in a few days I'd been here. A twinge of envy hit me. There was a side of Royal that wasn't all thorns. And it wasn't directed at me. And that is... none of your business, girl. There was again that thorny, mean side Royal kept turning on me. Not that he seemed to show anyone else much kindness, but it was tiring to be snapped at all the time. Of course it was butt cheeks. I puffed out my cheeks in annoyance. Imagine somebody, like a coworker, is rude to you. And then you pull down your pants and you puff out your butt cheeks in annoyance. Oh my god. Why are you so mean to me? I'm not. Yes, you are, Grumpy Bear. He gave a snort and gestured at the broom in my hands. The floors won't sweep themselves, you know. Scowling at him, I clenched my hands upon the broom handle and swung it haphazardly, sending clouds of dust flying in every direction. I knew it was terribly childish, but Royal was so frustrating. He coughed and waved his arms at the dust scattering through the air. Do you even know how to clean? I am cleaning, Mr. Grumpy Bear. I slowed my temperamental sweeps after that, since I wasn't looking to actually create a mess. I was just frustrated. Royal was the gloomiest of them all, and for some reason it bothered me not knowing why he acted that way. And not that I could prove it, but it seemed like Royal was meaner to me than everyone else. Yeah. It means he likes you. It just felt like my presence was an irritant to him, the way he glared at me, the edge in his voice. Oh Lord, the edge. It all seemed worse than how he treated the others. I knew it made sense logically. There were people he'd lived with, even before the curse, versus me, the outsider from only a few days ago. But it was still so unfair. A scuffle of movement broke through my reverie. I turned to see Royal standing on a middle shelf, trying to reach the one above. He was up on his tiptoes. The shelves weren't evenly spaced and meant to accommodate taller books, so he couldn't reach the next one up that easily. He was clearly having a hard time, yet he refused to ask for my help. Seconds ticked on, in which Royal tried many different tactics, but he still struggled to wipe the shelf above him. So I was right, he needs help wiping the dust. He was such a stubborn boy there. Okay, let's take a look at the walkthrough. Okay, so now we save. The game is saving. So, do we go for the normal or do we go for the best ending? Maybe, because we are halfway through. We are at the step 5, so maybe we will go with the normal end. Yeah, and then we will go back. Okay. So, help him. Yeah, that has to be embarrassing for him. Royal's brow furrowed into a deep glare. I'm getting so used to that. I didn't ask for your help, girl. You didn't, but it's not like you to ask for my help anyways. I don't need anyone's help. Such a stubborn bear. Royal impatiently tapped his fluffy foot as he continued to glare directly at me. Give me back my rag, then keep sweeping the floor. I bent down, balancing on my feet until we were eye level. No. My immediate refusal caused a flinch. I guess he didn't expect me to continue being stubborn. What? It was obvious that you were having a hard time back there. I repeat, I don't need your help. His snarl did not scare me off. I wasn't going to let him put distance between us. Sure you do, you're just too stubborn to ask. It's not like just asking for help would get you killed or something. No one would think that it's a weakness. After Royal seemed subdued, I lifted my hand toward him as a peace offering. Now, why don't you be a good bear and let Big Sister do her thing? royal bit down on my extended hand without hesitation. Ow, royal! The fact that a stuffed bear could leave large teeth marks in my skin still surprised me. It hurt quite a bit, too. I'm 19. That makes me older than you, idiot. Yeah. I kinda wondered about their age because they've been stuck in there for 7 years. So I thought that Royal was like 27 and she was like 16. So that was kind of creepy. But if he is, yeah, like I'm wondering if is he 19 like currently. Maybe he could start working at the mansion at the age of 12. Maybe if his parents worked there, he would work there as well. Because she seems to be like in her teens, so I don't know. But I think he is 19 in bare years or something. Now start cleaning before I change my mind and make you clean the whole house by yourself. I picked up the broom without another word. I didn't think I would ever get along with this grumpy bear. Oh, don't worry, we will make you get along with him. I felt warm and unexpectedly light. It was a funny sensation, as if I were floating through a warm summer day. Oh, so is she having a dream? Or I heard a faint female voice called my name. Oh, so she is hearing. Oh, she is hearing the voice of Gold. Don't take her hand. Don't touch me. Where am I? I looked around. It was definitely not my room. What are you doing here? It's Royal. Did you know you almost hit Gold? You know that porcelain dolls are very... You know that porcelain dolls are very delicate. Porcelain doll? Oh my god, this illustration is so creepy. The most beautiful doll I'd ever seen sat on the velvet settee in front of me. Golden curls cascaded down her shoulders. Her blue eyes seemed to stare right at me, but she looked sad. Aura, please. I glanced around the room, wondering if she was the one calling out for me. Canon vibes with the eyes. Did you hear that? Hear what? The doll. She talked. Impossible, she has never... Royal's words cut off as a bright light burst out from the doll's body, swallowing the room and blinding me. Am I still dreaming? How long are you going to play dead, stupid girl? Huh? I quickly sat up, feeling a sharp pain as I hit my head against something hard. Was it Royal? I almost fell back over, rubbing at the sharp pain. I opened my eyes. My entire body froze at the sight of silver eyes and a handsome face glaring down at me. His dark hair dangled between us like icicles. You really ought to have that head of yours checked for loose screws. Royal! I stared at this handsome male, gobsmacked. What? Royal? You're royal? Who else did you think I was? Realizing that he was still hovering over me, he shuffled back away and rubbed the back of his head. What just happened? Suddenly, the door flung open, revealing more unfamiliar humans in a mansion supposedly populated by toys. Unlike the guy calling himself royal, all of them sported my mind-blown expression. There were two guys, both with striking blonde hair. One's hairstyle was short, okay. Now back to Royal. Royal barked, his irritated look replaced by genuine surprise. I think stream chat is eating my comments. Maybe I should go to my stream, to my channel page and check if you are approved for all messages, because I think that on YouTube there is a list where you can add people who are always allowed to post comments and to basically post messages. And I think that you are on my list. But sometimes YouTube is deleting the comments on its own, so I wouldn't be shocked if it was doing just that. Sasuga, YouTube-kun. Yeah. You know what's the most frustrating? When I get an email about a comment on YouTube that's like really positive, and then YouTube deletes it because they think it's spam. and they never delete like mean messages where people call me cringe. I do. Where is it? Yeah, you are an approved user. How about I make you a... Yeah, that's just YouTube being mean, because like you are an approved user on my channel, so it means that you can post links in the comments, you can spam, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to crack my back and let's go back at it. You guys do, but how? We'd like to ask you the same thing. All of us saw the same bright light, and the next thing we knew, we were humans again. The party at the door all murmured agreements and nodded their heads at one another. After a pause of awkward silence, Royal swiveled to shoot me a fresh venomous glare. I stiffened. Oh, she is a female, so it's inappropriate to joke like that. I was only used to the teddy bear version of his glares, and those did not prepare me for those silver eyes and his picturesque human face. You have a lot of explaining to do, girl. More like we stiffened. Yeah, and we got so hot and hella moist just reading it. Tilting my head to the side, I could only imagine a quiet groan in response. Oh, I can totally relate, girl. I didn't even know what was going on. After a while, we gathered in the dining room to discuss what happened. It took some time because sooner after returning to human form, everyone felt the raw pain of hunger, something they had not suffered in 7 years. Oddly enough, their fridge had also been affected by the magic of the curse. So they had a fridge. If this is a period drama, it should be called an icebox. I mean, I know I'm being picky, but they didn't have any electricity there, so how? Or maybe they did have electricity, or maybe those lights on the front porch were gas lamps. Okay, I think I'm just missing the point. So she is the one doing the cooking. That's what's important. Yeah, so they eat and they compliment her. There was a snort from the other end of the table. Oh, word! Quite the lofty delusion, girl. Yeah, he doubts that I will be the best chef in the world. I glared back at Royal, puffing out my cheeks. I noticed that he wasn't holding back on his portions, so he couldn't think my food was that bad. Jeez, thanks for breaking this young maiden's heart, Grumpy Bear. Blended chucks the whole whiskey bottle. He then returned to his meal, pointedly avoiding my eyes. After everyone had eaten, we started discussing everything from the beginning. As it turned out, the curse hadn't kept everyone from aging. They were now 7 years older. That shocked everyone. I was only 10 when the curse began. Oh, okay, so now they are going to make sure that this is not illegal. So Lily is 17. Who would have thought that our little crybaby would become such a fine lady? Oh my god, he is such a player. Flashing a deep red, Lily pressed her hands into her lap and stared down at the table. You're embarrassing me, Lord Dion. Yeah, that's called, that is harassment, and you should report it, or maybe stop working there, because that is not a healthy environment to work in. Even now you call him Prince. I hid a smile behind my head as Lily's cheeks went scarlet and her voice sounded more panicked than before. Oh my god, okay, don't. That part of the story is kinda uninteresting to me. Yeah, they can flirt. They can get married and have many kids. I don't care. I just want my beautiful butler. Saul seemed oblivious to her crush. How lucky are you, little brother? Still teasing, Dion reached over and snagged a biscuit from Saul's plate. Saul didn't say anything, his eyebrows lifting in confusion. Dion let out a sigh. He stretched his arms forward and waggled his fingers. Anyway, I'm quite pleased that I grew up into such a handsome young man. You are so full of yourself. Just like before, Royal snort answered Dion from out of nowhere. He lifted a hand to his ear, brushing some of his dark hair back. I never expected Royal to look so attractive, with his dark complexion and piercing silver eyes. Thankfully, he hadn't noticed that I had been staring at him all throughout our late-night feast. Too bad you're still so short. And you're still as scary looking as ever. Ahem. In an instant, the mood shifted. Both Royal and Dion snapped to attention and didn't dare continue their banter. Miss Maria. Oh lady, the feast hasn't even started yet. Who's the main course? I hope it's Royal. I'm baffled how young Miss Maria looked. Okay, not interested in Miss Maria. He glanced at me for answers. His spirit ate him down. Okay. How to break the curse, how to break the curse, how to wake up gold. Skip. When I looked, I saw Royal with a frightening expression. Now, be a good girl and give me your heart. Don't worry, I'll be very, very gentle. I shifted away and hid myself behind Sol, who was seated beside me. Reaching back, Sol patted my head and chuckled. Royal's only kidding, my lady. Oh. Though his expression reverted to something more normal, Royal wasn't smiling. There was no indication to whether he had been serious about it in his deadpan appearance. No, I'm actually serious about it. With another cough, Royal eyes went wide and he rubbed the back of his neck with his hand. Yeah, I know he meant the locket, but still. He's so dreamy. Even though I do not believe I did anything to bring them back, it felt good thinking I might have played a part, somehow. After a while, I noticed that a certain grumpy bear was missing from the table. I blinked a few times, trying not to distract anyone else as I struggled to remember when I last saw Royal. Eventually, though, my curiosity got the better of me, and I politely excused myself, claiming I finally felt tired enough to sleep. Once I was free, I set out on my secret quest to locate Royal. Oh, so he is in Gold's room. I thought Royal had closed it when he left. I snuck around the door, hoping that I was as silent as I thought I was, and peeked inside the elaborate room. Kneeling before Gold with his right hand nestled underneath her left was Royal. I could only see an outline of his profile, but from the downward curve of his lips. Oh my god, I'm laughing at Blended's comments hardcore. He reminded me of a knight who was loyal to his princess, yet regretful that she was still beyond his reach. I heard his voice fill the room. I'm sorry. I saw Royal bow his head, his shoulders drooping as though he were carrying a heavy weight on his back. He must have been tired of hearing my apologies every single day. But what else can I do? We continue to move on and live while you remain lifeless. This is all my fault, if only I... Royal lifted his head again. The cloud outside drifted away, unfiltering the moonlight and letting it shine on his figure. There was something so lonely about the shadow that reflected upon delicate golden carpeting. The guilt I bear is overwhelming. I fear you'll never forgive me. If I'd been stronger, maybe this would have never happened. There had been a few times when Royal was weak and subdued, but I had never seen him look so broken since I've been in the mansion. Biting my lip, I remember what Royal told me before. My wishes are only for that person. So that person is her. Dun dun dun. I finally understood. Royal would probably deny it if I asked him directly about his feelings, but watching him just now was more close to the truth than any answer he'd give. Royal was in love with gold. I unconsciously drifted back a step, pressing my lips together to keep a sigh from escaping. It suddenly felt wrong to be standing there, witnessing a scene meant only for the two of them. I knew I should leave before Royal found out I was eavesdropping. Still, there was an ache in my chest, intensifying with every quickened beat of my heart. Maybe, just maybe if I stayed a bit longer, I could find out why Royal thought this was his fault. What should I do? I should peep at the... Why is it capturing... Oh, okay. So we shall stay and listen. we will get to hear the tea on the two of them. What kind of knight am I if I can't protect my princess? I heard him sigh. This is all my fault. It's not your fault, Gold's voice echoed in my head. I jumped as I found myself saying those exact words out loud. Royal turned in my direction and I began to panic. Aura? Royal marched towards my direction, anger clearly etched in his face. I was just passing by, so, Royal grabbed my shoulder and glared hard. How long have you been standing here? I quickly thought of the possible excuses I could give, but as I stared at his enraged face, I knew that he will not believe any of them. Sorry, I heard everything. I stiffened when Royal tugged at my braid, fury flashing in his eyes. Fury, not furry. Fury. Such an annoying girl. I'd seen him get annoyed at me so many times, but this time I could tell that he was genuinely angry. Why don't you just mind your own business, girl? My patience for you is running out. Did stream break now? Oh, let's... Did it break? I'm not getting any notifications about the breaking, so, who knows? Ever since I switched to the core technology, I'm not having any issues with that. Oh, don't worry about it. If you miss a part, you can always ask me to repeat it for you. No problems there. Useless freeloader. Oh my god. I snapped, then yanking my hair away from him. Well, excuse me for being a useless freeloader, Mr. Grumpy Bear. First of all, I've been helping around the house as much as I can to pay for everything. If that's not enough, then I'll just pay the rest of my debt when the curse breaks. If only this one coward here, he keeps sulking and getting depressed most of the time, would help break the curse. I'm not a coward. Yes, you are. Apologies are only words that are meaningless without actions. What do you expect me to do then? We have no idea where that toy maker is, and we're stuck in the mansion. I'm completely powerless. Then live. Royal was taken aback by what I've said. He stared at me speechless. You said that all you can do is apologize to her, that you feel bad, that she still remains the way she is right now. But have you ever considered her feelings? She'd been a lifeless doll for 7 years, while the rest of you can freely move and talk. You're supposed to live your life for her. What you're doing right now is only making her sad. I balled my hand in a tight fist, lightly punching his chest before escaping back to my room. You idiot. I sat on the edge of the bed, hugging my knees. Baka. My anger subsided into concern and sadness. But I said such harsh words to him. Okay, everything is good. I thought I was lagging, but I'm not lagging. Everything is okay. I tried to shake off the guilt that I was feeling. He was the harsh one, not me. There was a knock on my door, but I ignored it. After a few seconds of silence, the knocking began once again. Aura, I know you're in there. Great, he's the last person I wanted to see right now. I'm coming in. Try if you can. I made sure to lock it. My confidence shattered as a sharp click broke my only barrier. I've forgotten Royal had keys to most rooms in the mansion. Hey, the door! What are you doing here? Get out! Please don't get out! I threw a pillow at him, but he dodged it and advanced towards me. Oh yes. I threw another pillow, but he caught it with ease. You've run out of things to throw, girl. Really? There's still the bed, you know? I'd like to see you try. I had no chance against him in a sarcasm match, which only soured my mood further. What do you want? If you're here to whine to me about being useless, then I'm here to apologize. Of course you're here to What? I stared at Royal, stunned, certain I could not possibly have heard him right. Oh my god, he is so mature. What are you gawking at me for? Who are you and what did you do to Royal? Very funny. I'm not joking. Royal paused, bowing his head in my reflection. I'm sorry for everything I said earlier. My emotions got the best of me. I I shouldn't have said some of those things. I could tell he was trying really hard to make up with me. I should apologize as well. It was my fault that you got angry in the first place. A familiar smirk crossed his lips. Such a troublemaker. I know you don't have to rub it in. We shared a quiet laugh. Royal lifted his head, then our eyes met. I hope you won't tell the others about what you saw today. Don't worry, I won't. Good. 2 weeks passed by and no new information about the curse surfaced. There were no dreams with gold that gave me hints, and no one remembered anything new about what the toy maker had said that fateful night. It was disappointing, but everyone slowly resumed carrying on their normal duties as before, unable to do anything except for hoping for the best. Absent-mindedly, my hand began to draw circles on the window with the cloth that I was supposed to be using to clean it. I let out a sigh as the It had been so long since I'd had a warm family surrounding me. Even though this was a temporary one, I wanted to protect them and help free them from this spell. Another sigh fogged the window, which I'd been cleaning for possibly the third time after getting lost in my thoughts. Get your head out of the clouds, girl. Casting a scowl over my shoulder, I finally finished the window and moved on to the next one. Even though I was given the opportunity to practice my cooking, I still tried to help out with the chores. Unfortunately, I kept getting assigned to work with Mr. Old Grumpy Bear. Oh, you should be grateful for that. His attitude hadn't improved much since he'd become human, at least not towards me. In fact, he often seemed even colder whenever I said I didn't know anything else about the dream I had. He acted nothing like the royal I saw that night in Gold's room. I wonder if he'll ever treat me as kindly as he does Gold. I flinched to a stop, my eyes widening, heart throbbing. That thought sounded like jealousy, but I didn't understand how or why I would be jealous of Gold. I felt Royal's piercing stare burning holes into my back. I finished up my window and, shaking my head to derail that crazy train of thought, I hastily tried to move to the next window. A slender hand swept over and flickered me in the forehead. I recoiled, almost dropping my cloth. Ow! Gingerly touching the injury, I glared at Royal, but he only stared impassively back at me. Why did you do that? Shrugging, Royal returned to his own window. You missed the spot. Puffing out my cheeks, I went over to clean the paint once more, even though I couldn't see the spot Royal met. You're making fun of me again. Yeah, apparently that's how he flirts. I couldn't stop the groaning building in my chest. Royal hadn't hesitated in his response, leaving me crankier than before. I glared at the window, and seeing no spots left, I moved to the next. I demand to be reassigned to another chore. Peeking at Royal, I saw another nonchalant shrug claim his shoulders. Fine with me. But you'll have to talk to Miss Maria about it, so good luck with that. I nearly dropped my cloth and cleaning solution. I imagined the annoyed look she would surely give me when I brought her my complaint, and immediately decided against it. After only a few days, I had learned why Dion repeatedly called her a demon. Her glare was unnatural. Never mind. Also, tired of his flippant remarks, I just sighed and finished up the windows on the first level. I then grabbed the nearby ladder and climbed up so I could reach the higher areas. As I climbed, I felt a pair of eyes on me again. I looked to the side and flinched when I crossed paths with Royal's gaze. There was a flicker of amusement in those silver eyes. Careful, you don't want to show off your underwear. A flash of heat shot across my face. My grip trembled against the ladder, and I let go of one hand to press it against my dress. Pervert, don't look. A smirk flickered across his lips. Who would want to? Oh my god, he's so mean, everybody would want to. Gritting my teeth didn't stop my blood from boiling. This was not the kind of attention I wanted. Royal, you idiot! Still riled up, I proceeded to take another step, but my foot slipped off the ladder. I squeaked in terror as I fell. Even if I wasn't up so high, the impact would still hurt. I shut my eyes, bracing for impact, but instead of striking the floor, I felt my back fall against something soft. My heart still throbbing, I opened my eyes to meet the concerned gaze spreading across Royal's face. Aww. My lower lip trembled when his arms tightened around me. Hi, Cryptic. Yeah. I'm finally able to stream for as long as I want, and I'm really happy because I do enjoy talking to you guys so much. My blush had become so hot that it was painful. I had already accepted that Royal was attractive, but him being this close was too much for my heart to handle. I tried to lean away, but there was nowhere to go. Royal, on the other hand, didn't seem to notice, his brow knitting as he sighed. Good, you are such a klutz. I could only blink in response. What? Why is... Okay, Look away. Well, don't you tell me you've fallen for me. I snapped my head in his direction again, stunned. What? Sorry to say, but I'll have to dump you. You're definitely not my type. Who would even like a violent, grumpy bear like you anyway? You're probably the one who has already fallen for me. I tried to give him a taste of his own medicine, but Royal shrugged my accusation away. Impossible. You have zero appeal. You're loud, annoying, and you have a flat chest. Oh no, he didn't. I feel personally attacked by this. Everyone will mistake you for a guy. My face burned. Flat is justice. I know, right? Are you blind? My bra size is C, and that is... Royal's face went beet red. Shut up, idiot. That is not something you reveal to a guy. But it was you who brought up the subject. I stared at Royal. His face was still crimson as he looked everywhere but at me. Oh, so you do get flustered. I did not dare to admit it aloud, but he looked cute blushing like that. Can I put you down now? You're really heavy. Sorry. We're done here. You should go and help Lily with the laundry now. Yeah, maybe she can go and wash some of his pants. I giggled thinking of how adorable he was when he blushed. I did just as Royal had ordered and went to help Lily instead. She liked to hang the laundry out in the rose garden, allowing them to dry in the sweet spring air. She was coming in to grab another basket when she saw me, so I went outside to help her finish folding the rest of the clothing. You know, I noticed that you and Royal are getting along quite well lately. Lily's statement caught me off guard, and I almost dropped one of Miss Maria's dresses in the grass. I had been allowed to borrow her clothing while I was staying here. I had lost my suitcases somewhere in the forest and couldn't really go back to retrieve them thanks to the curse. Checking out the ridiculousness of her statement, I waved a hand dismissively in Lily's direction. Your eyes are deceiving you, Lily. Me and Royal getting along, if that happens, the world might just end tomorrow. Her ponytail bobbed as she tilted her head. Then she giggled and flashed me a grin as she gently folded one of Sol's shirt into a perfect square. It seemed like she was putting more care and feeling into handling Sol's clothes than anyone else's. Yeah, okay, I don't want to talk to Lily. I know he's fond of me. Someone with attitude as cranky as Royal wouldn't want to be left alone. Lily's gaze softened as she spoke again. His parents died when he was only 4, and he was left under the care of our previous butler. He was always so quiet back then, keeping his head lowered all the time. Oh, backstory. I suddenly understood what Lily meant. Royal tended to be abrasive, but he was really just afraid of getting close to someone, only to lose them. Lily continued with a sad, nostalgic smile. Lady Gold was the one who lowered Royal's defenses. She was so persistent on becoming his friend, but Royal wasn't used to getting all that attention from the young heiress. I glanced at Lily again and saw how bright her smile had become as she spoke about Gold. I couldn't help wondering just how wonderful Gold must have been to have so many love her. Lily laughed, breaking me out of my thoughts. Royal would blush so hard that Lord Dion would tease him endlessly. Thus, the start of their interesting but weird relationship. So, everything started for Royal because of Gold. No wonder she's so special to him. I can't impose on a bond like that. The heaviness started again, and I was glad the basket prevented me from reaching towards my aching chest. Why do I feel this way every time I think about his relationship with Gold? Royal really treasures those who are important to him. Would you believe that he used to smile a lot? Lily hadn't noticed my pained expression, so I tried to keep it a secret, forcing out a laugh at her last question. That guy knows how to smile? Yes, but... We started up the stairs to the second floor, our pace slowing as Lily's story continued. After the curse was cast upon us, His smile disappeared. I can't blame him. He lost some very important people in his life. My shoulders slapped at her words, but I quickly straightened up. You mean gold? Lily nodded. Well, yes, but others too. He lost his parents twice. If you think about it, the previous butler was like a father to him. I glanced down at the clothes I was carrying, recalling something from when I had first came here. Ian had mentioned that the butler was long gone. What happened to him? Passing, Lily took a deep breath as if trying to form the words. He was one of those who attempted to escape into the forest. Royal, he witnessed his adoptive father die in front of him. I flinched as tears began to blur my vision. Oh my god, such a tragic backstory. I willed away that same painful memory of my father's death. Well, we were toys at the time, so no one felt pain when they died. Still, it was awful. One moment they were here with us, and then the next they were gone. Trying not to dissolve into sobs of empathy, I didn't lift my foot in time and fell forward on the stairs. Ow! My attempt to protect the basket failed, and I ended up spilling all of the laundry over the hardwood floor. Oh no! Miss Aura, are you alright? Giving her a yes, I set the basket down and moved quickly to refold the clothes that I scattered. Lily placed her basket aside and helped. As the pile slowly reduced, I noticed a small, beautiful dress adorned with delicate lacing and trim laying in the heap. Oh, this is beautiful. Did you make it? Lily shook her head and she took it into her lap, folding the dress to prevent wrinkles from forming before it could be hung up. Oh no, I'm actually bad at sewing. Believe it or not, this masterpiece is the work of Prince Sol. He really outdid himself on this one. Yes, we know, Prince Sol is a dressmaker. How I wish he'd sew a dress just for me. Lily hugged the second dress to her chest, her eyes gazing at it longingly. Have you told him? Regaining her senses, her hand swiftly folded the dress and then moved on to the next article of clothing, but not before casting a sideways glance at me. Told him what? Your feelings, you're in love with him, aren't you? She rushed forward in alarm and leaned over the laundry basket between us so she could press her hand over my mouth. Cheeks! How did you know? Am I really that obvious? When she didn't show any signs of removing her hands, I reached up and pulled them down. Her fingers were trembling a little, so I gave them a gentle squeeze. Frankly, yes, but I don't know why Sol hasn't noticed it yet. It could be that he's just really oblivious, or he's pretending not to know. Cheeks many, yeah, too many cheeks. Okay, I'm gonna need to take a short break for the bathroom because I drank so many liquids. Taking a sip Why am I not tracking taking a sip every time I saw the word cheeks? So I will be back shortly. Please don't leave. Love you. And I'm back. Also, I checked my DMs and I have a lot of messages about my baby tossing and turning without me. So maybe we will try to finish the normal ending and then we will conclude the stream. And maybe we can do the other ending later. I don't know. Maybe we can speedrun it. We will see. Oh, you're having the Baltic Porter. That's my favorite. That's my favorite beer. I really like the flavor of the Baltic Porter. Also, I watched an episode of no, it wasn't an episode. I watched a video on Robert Makovich's channel where he was in the Cormoran brewery that makes that really delicious Baltic Porter. And it made me go to the shop and buy it because Baltic Porters are the best. There are a lot of people who drink like lagers, light beers, especially like those commercially made, but I think that nothing beats a good porter. Yeah, Comas is really good. I mean, you get a delicious beer for a reasonable price. It's not as expensive as those fancy craft beers, but the flavor is great. Ah, that's Dion. Let's skip him. Okay, so I believe that the only beer that's heavier than the Baltic Porter is the Stout. But I plan on buying like a crate of it and storing in the basement. Yeah. I'm like, I don't have a basement, I only have a garage and it's already filled with rubbish, so I wouldn't have a place to hold it. Anyway. Well, I was talking like beer wise. I saw this graph at the local beer store. Also, I'm like skipping this whole conversation that Dion and Royal are having without even reading it. You have a mission to do. I don't. I should. Barley wine is a kind of beer. Like I'm not going to fake that I know a lot about like beers and stuff. I just like the porter because it tastes good. But you know, there are many people who act like they are an expert after they discover a subreddit on something. Hey Royal, why do birds fly south in the winter? Because it's too far to walk. That's right, because it's too far to... I cut off, realizing that he had just nonchalantly answered my joke with a completely grim face. He wasn't laughing at all. Dion, on the other hand, was laughing so hard he was holding his stomach. That was gold. I've heard that joke before, but the way Royal answered it made it even funny. You need to work on your skills, love, if you want to actually make this grumpy old man smile. Royal raised his brown at Dion, then at me. What is this all about? I look at Dion, silently asking him for help. After all, he had been the one who pressured me into doing this. But he just smiled innocently at me. I could only stare after Dion's retreating figure. Okay, he left me with Royal. Thanks for getting me in trouble. Royal's full attention was on me now. Now, care to explain what was all that about? However, I knew Royal wouldn't let the topic drop, so I gathered my courage and tried to answer. Everyone seems happy now they are humans again, but you're still so sad. This isn't your concern, so stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. Stung, I looked down at the floor. I knew the topic was sensitive to him, but I hadn't expected him to shut me out so fast. I just wanted to see a smile, Royal flinched. I glanced up and saw his reserved expression shift to a confused half smile, half out. His blur seemed to be trickling back too. I tried, okay? You won't gain anything from doing this, girl. But you will. His frown didn't disappear, but my reply seemed to get through to him. His eyes widened and his brow wrinkled in confusion. I could see that he was trying to figure out my motive. I gave him a smile. You'll be happier if you smile. Did you know that frowning uses more muscles than smiling? Oh yeah, that's actually true. Why do you want me to smile so badly anyway? You always have such a gloomy aura, as if you carry all the weight in the world. Edgy. I don't know the burden you're carrying, but remember that you're not alone. You can lean on others, every once in a while too, you know. That's what we're here for. Royal looked down deep into my eyes. His pained expression was filled with shame and regret. How can I do that when the curse is my fault? My jaw dropped at his confession. Just when I thought that Royal had finally lowered his defenses and decided to confide in me, his expression stiffened, now rigid and cold. It was as though he reverted back to his old self. Sorry, I need to clear my head for a bit. Yeah, hi Cryptic, welcome back, hi. I stared when I was staring at Royal's retreating figure. My mind whirled, still confused by his admission. What did he mean by that? The curse was my fault. I had thought the reason he kept on apologizing to Gold was because he had broken their childhood promise that he would always protect her, but he seemed to think the curse was cast because of him. But how is that possible? They were cursed by the Tollmaker because of their father's wickedness. If that were the case, where did Royal come into the picture? I shut my eyes and tried to come up with answers, but no matter how hard I thought, nothing made sense. Not to mention that thinking too hard was making my head hurt. Wait a minute, am I imagining things or is that the heavy scent of pine? I could have sworn I closed the windows earlier. I opened my eyes and gasped when I realized I wasn't in my room anymore. Instead, I was standing outside the mansion. The orange sky was slowly bleeding to purple in the light of the setting sun. How on earth did I get here? Is this a dream? This is the day everything started. I jolted in surprise when a voice spoke beside me. There stood a tall, beautiful woman wearing a ragged cloak. Her long blonde hair cascaded down her shoulders, and her hazel eyes gazed at me with gentleness and warmth. Her look was completed by the teddy bear charms dangling on her belt. I knew at once who she was. You're the toy maker! Indeed. I had so many questions to ask. As I opened my mouth, however, an angry voice interrupted me. What is a peasant doing near my house? A man that was standing by the porch spoke up. He was probably in his mid-40s, with blonde hair and strikingly handsome features. He reminded me of Saul and Dion, only with dark aura surrounding here. That's Lord Delocats. Please, it's getting dark and it would be dangerous for me to travel alone in the forest during the night. I don't have any money, and these are all I have. Angered by the tollmaker's offer, Lord Delocket slapped her hands away, scattering the toys across the ground. I have no need for such things. Leave now or you suffer the consequences. After his wife died, he drowned himself with work. I looked at the toy maker beside me, who was watching the event somberly. As a result, he became obsessed with power and money. He lost sight of the good man he once was. I looked at the scene again, and I gasped when I saw a younger version of Royal run outside the house and pick up the teddy bears. He looked nothing like the Royal I knew, so innocent and vulnerable. Oh, leave those alone, you brat! The young Royal stepped back, the teddy bears clutched to his chest. I could clearly see him shaken with fear. But, did you not hear me, child? Your selfishness and wickedness had gone too far, and for that you should suffer the consequences. Enjoy what you still have today, for it will be all gone tomorrow. The Lord shot her a deadly glare. 3 children, all of whom shared the same blonde hair, peeked behind him. I immediately recognized who they were. Father, what is going on in here? Brother, I think we should go back inside. Teddy bears! The youngest daughter happily pointed at the teddy bears Royal was holding. Dion, take your siblings back to their rooms now. His voice was cold and firm. Yes, father. Young Dion quickly took their hands and ushered them inside. Wait. For you. Let's go now, Gold. This time Dion pulled his sister with him and the siblings disappeared inside. The Lord let out an exasperated sigh before turning his attention back to Royal. Take her out of my sight, boy. But my lord. Now, without another word, Royal took the toy maker's hand and pulled her away from the mansion. She didn't protest, instead letting him lead her silently. The scene blurred, and then we were standing at the entrance of the forest. Royal handed the bears back to the toy maker. I'm really sorry, ma'am, but you must leave now before my lord gets angry with me. The toy maker from the past gazed back at the mansion with a sad face. Tomorrow, the Locket's family will be no more. The surroundings turned black, leaving me and the toy maker alone. I slammed onto the ground as realization dawned on me. The reason why Royal blames himself was because he was the one who was ordered to send you away. And that is why the curse isn't completely broken. A warm sensation burned my chest. Oh yeah, okay, so so that's that. This is the part that we all knew. Now, we have to fix the corrupted heart. How can Royal obtain Gold's forgiveness when Gold herself is a lifeless doll? What am I supposed to do? Okay, so she heard Gold's voice. Where should I look? Middle part. Also, we are almost done. Royal, what are you doing? I had been so focused on my task that I didn't notice Royal come into the room. He was staring hard at the pile of books on the floor, obviously irritated. And I had just cleaned the library today. Sorry, I was looking for something. Royal walked toward me, crossing his arms. Was it so important to you that you had to mess this shelf up? I remember Gold pointing at this shelf. Yes, I'll clean it up when I'm done, so don't worry about it, Mr. Grumpy Bear. Something had struck my head. Oh, that hurt. I cried out as I massaged my aching head. I stared at the book that had fallen out. How to Grow Roses Successfully? I took the book in my hands, noticing a small gap between the pages. I opened the book and there I found a pressed rose with a note that had the word smile on it. Could this be the one that Gold wanted me to find? Royal's eyes widened as he looked at the book and the items I found. He gingerly took the flower and letter from me, a faint smile dancing on his lips. I gave this to Gold, like when she had been so upset because all the roses she was taking care of had wilted. I told her that it wasn't her fault and that it was because the weather had been bad that season, so she shouldn't blame herself for what happened. I finally understood why Gold wanted me to find it. Isn't that the same for you? It is. Royal looked puzzled at first, but his face slowly darkened in understanding. I told him about my encounter with the toy maker and witnessing the events of the past with her. I wasn't sure if he would even believe everything I told him, but as I finished, his face twisted in surprise. If only I had the courage to help that woman, we wouldn't have been in this situation. Everyone would still be here, and Gold wouldn't have to suffer. It was Gold who wanted me to find this. I think she wants to give this to you for the same reason you gave this to her. No matter how much you wanted to change the past, the outcome would still be the same, because the problem lied with Lord the Lockets, not you. So please, stop blaming yourself. Royal squeezed the note in his hand, his body trembling. A single tear rolled down his cheek. My heart swelled, knowing that Royal had finally gotten Gold's message for him. I absent-mindedly played with my locket, hearing a soft crack as I did so. My heart. Without thinking, I jumped up and ran towards Gold's room, ignoring Royal's protests. Gold sat in her usual place, her lovely blue eyes staring at me expectantly. She still looked so beautiful and so real. I swallowed hard, and with trembling hearts, I placed the locket around her neck. A golden light embraced her and quickly surged out towards the rest of the room. I blinked a few times as the light blinded my eyes. As my vision cleared, I saw a beautiful young lady standing in front of me. Are you? Thank you very much, Miss Aura, for giving me my heart back. Aura, what do you think you're... Royal stopped when he saw her. His face was a mixture of surprise and joy upon finally seeing that Gold was human again. More loud footsteps followed Royal's, and soon everyone had piled into the room. What was that light just now? Gold rushed into her. The curse was lifted. A few days had passed since Gold became human again. The house had been bustling with activity since then. A sudden sadness swept over me. That meant I had to go on with my life as well. I didn't have a reason to stay here anymore. Royal's eyes met mine. I gave him the best smile I could muster before turning to leave the room, empty platter and towel. I was walking down the hallway when I heard Royal call for me. Aura! I stopped and took a deep breath before facing him. What is it? Did I do something wrong again? I tried to sound like I was joking. It would have worked if only my voice hadn't cracked. Is something bothering you? It was weird hearing him ask me that. He had never been so concerned about my feelings before. Sorry, I was just thinking that I'll probably leave soon, now that everything is back to normal. You're probably relieved to hear that I won't be here to bother you anymore. But just the thought of leaving the place I had called home for the last few months hurt. Idiot, do you really think that I want you to leave? Royal walked closer toward me and bent forward, closing the distance between us. I instinctively backed away. This would usually be one of the times he would hit me, but instead I felt his soft lips touch my forehead. My heart started hammering against my chest. What was that for? Royal gazed at me, cheeks slightly red. His lips curved into a smile that I had thought only reserved for Gold. My heart skipped a beat. Aura, That voice, my heart sank. You have to go. Gold is looking for you. Royal opened his mouth as if he was about to say something, but I quickly cut him off. Go. I forced a smile and then I left. My mind was set. I was going to fulfill my dream of becoming a chef. It hurt to leave everyone, but I didn't have a place here anymore. Everyone had asked me to stay, even Royal, but I've already made my decision. I had just finished cleaning the room that I had stayed in for months. I hadn't brought anything with me. Miss Aura? Yeah, so this is the same, so God asks me to stay. You can't leave Royal. Royal and I have never been on good terms with each other. But then, I remember what Royal had said before about wanting me to stay. Gold walked towards me and took my hand in hers, her eyes shining with determination. The heart does not lie, Aura. I know how you feel about him. My heart has spent quite some time near yours due to the curse after all. I opened my mouth to protest, but the loud thumping in my chest insisted she was right. I was in love with Royal, but his heart belonged to her. I don't want Royal to be sad again, now after he finally found someone he really cares about. That's impossible. It's obvious that you're the one he loves. Gold gave me a look, as though I had just said the most absurd thing in the world. You've got it wrong, Aura. Royal did tell me once that he wanted to marry me when we were young, but that's in the past now. And what feelings he has for me isn't love, but guilt. Besides, I've seen how he looks at you. The same way Lily looks at Big Brother Soul. I couldn't help but feel embarrassed, yet a part of me didn't want to believe her. Royal was so dedicated to Gold that I doubted his feelings would change just like that. I jumped when I noticed that Royal was standing by my door. Speak of the devil. Do you need to talk to Gold? Royal looked at me seriously. I need to talk to you, Aura. Gold gave me a triumphant smile, as if telling me that she was right before scampering out of my room to leave us alone. However, once in the hallway, she paused and smiled at Royal. Royal, you now have a princess to protect. I do. Royal answered her without hesitation and walked towards me. We did it, boys. We did it. I haven't felt this accomplished in a long while. Ay, Royal. Sometimes I want to keep you to myself and never let you go. Deep down, I already know the answer. In the end, I decided to stay in the Locket's mansion with Royal. At this moment, the most important thing for me was always to stay by his side. After cooking tonight's meal and cleaning up, I decided to stay in the garden to admire the view of the countless stars that were dancing in the sky. Mother, I'm sorry for not becoming the best chef in the world, but I'll make sure to be the best chef for the Locket's family. A pair of strong arms suddenly wrapped around me from behind. I was ensnared in Royal's tight embrace. Royal, is something wrong? He snugged closer. His breath tickled my neck. Nothing, I just wanted to hold you. Oh, the tsundere has finally warmed up to us. I laughed. What? I still can't get used to you being so sweet. Why? Would you prefer me to be grumpy? I smiled and placed my hand over his. Truthfully, I don't care which side of you show me, because in the end, you're still the same Royal that I love. I thought over how I had ended up in here. It was because I had been chasing a dream. I used to be so focused on becoming the best chef, and I wasted time whining about my obstacles when I first arrived. But eventually, I completely forgot about it. Maybe it was because I had been alone for so long that it felt good to be a part of a family again, even if it was only going to be for a short while. But then I realized that I had been chasing after a false dream all this time, because what I really wanted was simply to find a place where I could belong. And I have finally found it. Oh yes, I enjoyed it very much. It was so wholesome. Well, maybe because it's not that late, so maybe we could speedrun the best end. But I think that in the best end, she can get both. She can get the man and to fulfill her dream of being the best chef in the world. Yeah, I think we can speedrun. We can speedrun the best end. Which one was it? I think it's this one. Okay, we're gonna speedrun. We go with leave him alone, and then we gonna just skip. Oh, that's nice. You guys didn't see it. Oh my. Yeah, sorry, I'm speedrunning it, but, yeah, so Aura sees her mother. Her mother tells her about the locket. So Royal is back to his grumpy persona. Okay. Take her hand. Okay, so now I'm going to have that conversation with... Oh, okay, we've been caught by Royal with her before, so that's okay, we've seen that part. Okay, he's going to be human again. Also, in the ending credits, we could see that all the arts were done by the same person, and I feel like the illustrator put the most effort in Royal. Definitely, he has the best illustration. Okay. Leave. Yeah, honestly, I feel like you should always leave in a situation like that, because that was private. Look away. So we're gonna glare at him. And then we are going to have that really uncomfortable conversation. Oh, I'm not talking. Oh. Why did I freeze? So after this, we're going to have this really uncomfortable encounter with Dion in the corridor. Alright, the laundry saga. And now the Dion in the corridor. And we have to tickle him. Tickle him. I could never hate you. Oh my god, maybe I'm making a big mistake speedrunning it. Maybe I should pay closer attention to the dialogue. But I'm really sleepy and I have to see that ending. Oh my god, he pins her against the wall. Oh god, this ending so much better. Oh, this is great. This is so good. This is so great. Oh god. You brought nothing but trouble for us. Sunder. Yeah, so overall I think that the best ending is more fluffy, which is great. We love the good fluff. But I just want to see how it ends. Shiro, please, I'm still trying to forget about that Sundar thing. Okay, I'm not going to say it anymore. Oh, you always have such a gloomy aura. So that's the conversation they've already had. Yeah, the backstory. So sad, so tragic. And we look at the top part. Oh, so there was nothing. So doesn't matter what you do, there is only one book. And she fainted. That's different. Aura. She fainted. The royal looked like he was about to cry. I must have hit my head hard because there's no way I'd ever see royal like this if it was a minor bump. My hands reached for my head, feeling the bandages that wrapped around it. I hit my head so hard. I tried recalling what had happened before I blacked out. And the image of gold flashed in my mind. Remembering gold, I quickly sat up and frantically searched for the book, not relaxing until I realized it was cradled in my arms. What were you thinking? I couldn't help but apologize anyway. You are such a troublemaker. He tried to reprimand me, but there was an unfamiliar softness. I wanted to say something, but the words were caught in my throat. Royal's behavior caught me by surprise. His usual bullying far outweighed the few times he expressed genuine... I'm sorry, I'm slurring my words because I'm really tired, but I really want to know how the story ends. So the shelf fell over her. I thought I would lose you as well. My heart went wild. Royal, here's the soup you wanted. Really froze when she saw us. I could feel myself blushing and tried to yank my hand away, but still he refused to let go. Oh, Royal, your hand. Why is that book so important anyway? You refused to let it go even when you were asleep. Okay, so now she's going to give him the book and tell him about the wilted rose. Okay, stop blaming yourself. And now Gold will wake up. Okay. Okay, so she is now coming to terms with the fact she's an outsider, and now she has that conversation with Royal. Okay, so we will see the difference now in the endings. Okay, so he doesn't want me to leave. Red cheeks, obvious. Aura, Okay, so now Gold wants him to talk. Okay, now she is packing her things. Okay, Gold tells me to leave. You love him, he loves you. Yeah, and all that jazz. Okay, I think that the final difference between the scenes, between the endings, is in the garden scene. So I really hope that they leave the mansion and move to that village so that she can pursue her cooking career. That would be neat, actually. Now we have a princess to protect. Still gets me. told myself long time ago I would no longer let myself get close to anyone. I closed my heart because I was afraid of losing someone important to me again. It was so difficult to keep my vow when it came to you. You constantly got on my nerves and you didn't know when to give up. Then I found myself drawn to you. Royal. Okay. Oh, so she was pursuing her dream. That's a nice ending. Oh, and I was once again pursuing my dream to become a chef, but I was no longer alone. I now had Royal by my side. Oh, that's perfect. That's lovely. He had given up his role as the butler to come fulfill my dreams with me. Oh, so wholesome, so much better. It had been a rough start, but with the LURK support, we were finally able to open a small restaurant. Ah, sweet. Ah, oh, so sweet. Today was Gold's 18th birthday, and they had asked me to provide the food for the guests. It would also be a good opportunity to showcase what our restaurant had to offer. Oh, too sweet. Oh, you're being mean to me again. I can't help it. You're cute when you're flustered. See, just like that. Oh, idiot. Oh, they kissed. Oh, I knew it. Knew what? You taste sweeter than the cake. Oh. Oh. Royal laughed again. He's more vibrant now. Nothing like the old grumpy bear I had met a year ago. Oh. The delicate curse had changed my life so much. I wouldn't have met Royal, not to mention everyone who had helped me along the way, if I hadn't stumbled upon the mansion. And now I'm looking forward to making more wonderful memories with the person I love. Oh, that was great. Yeah, so that was a great conclusion, and I like the best and the best, and honestly, I think that this will be the perfect conclusion to our adventure with the locked heart, because I couldn't be less interested in Dion than I am. Honestly, not interested in Dion at all. He seems like a player. And oh my god, did it change? Oh, so after you get the best end, you get the different title. Oh, that's cute. I didn't even notice that. That is so cute. That's great, actually. So yeah. So I think that this is a great conclusion to our Otome game adventure. The next thing I will stream will probably be video editing, because I've had an idea to make an a cappella cover of a song, and I wanted to use pictures as pictures of male VTubers for it. So I asked male VTubers on Twitter to submit their pictures, and 300 people volunteered, so I think that I will stream myself pasting all those pictures in a video editor, because it will take me a long time. And then we will see. I still have that raffle art to finish, so I can stream that. I really enjoy streaming and talking to you guys. It makes me so happy. Also, I'm really grateful for everybody who watches the VODs. Honestly, I didn't think there would be a demand for VODs, and I see that they are doing pretty well, actually. Yeah, I promise I will stream even more, and I will do my best to stream regularly. Maybe I can commit to a schedule even. I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling, but thank you so much for spending your time with me, and have a nice Saturday. It's 2 a.m. So I guess I should shower and go to sleep. Thank you for being with me today, and good night. Bye bye.